All right. Good evening.
Hey. See, that's why you gotta. If you stay out of jail, we won't have these problems. We'll be able to do one every week. You know, stay out of jail so we can do these things once a month or every week or however you want to do it.
You must have talked about
See, I'm the law abiding. See, for those of y'all, see America. For those of y'all that don't know, I'm the law abiding citizen in this here friendship. You know, I'm the one that always tries to get her on the right path. I'm trying to get her to actually go to church, not just do the work that she does for the Lord, but actually be in church, listening to the word. And I need y'all help because she just don't do it. I be trying, but it's hard. It's real hard, and it's depressing. But I have a and yet faith, and although faith, and I'm gonna keep on doing what I do for the Lord. Praise God. Praise God. How you doing, Sister Carla?
I'm doing right.
I am doing all right. So, I was on the way to Bible study, but you said you wanted to do it live, so I didn't go to Bible study in order to do this live. So let's make it good. What you want to talk about? Don't curl your lips up like that. I could see my Bible through the wall. It's sitting in my car right now.
With all that dust on it.
It ain't got dust on it. I got a cover. It's a zip up.
I thought by now you have your shit painted.
Nah, I don't need no paint. It allows me to chill out back here. But don't worry about what I be doing. But let's talk about what you want to talk about on today.
What you want to talk about? This is a general conversation, my brother. Me and you. Hey, Bree. Hey, Teresa.
Hey, Teresa. How you doing, sister? I got nothing to say to Bree, but anyway.
And you sound like you in the wilderness.
I don't know what the problem is. There's no background noise.
Bunch of crickets and stuff.
I don't know. There's no background noise. I'm here. I'm here chilling in the shed.
Sound like you.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. It's my fault, y'all. It's my fault. Somebody gave me this laptop. They got it from Walgreens, and so we won't go in there. What's going on, Perp? What's going on, sir?
Christy in the house.
So what's been going on with you, young lady? You and your mama can get it. Y'all can get beat up, both of y'all. I can't take it back because she won't make no dirty rice if I take it back. So I'm just, hey, Miss Deidre, how are you doing? I'm just deal with it because I can't get no dirty rice if I take it back. So it's whatever.
Well, let's introduce ourselves. We might have some comments on here. So you go first.
My name is Mr. Lewis. How y'all doing, America? I'm from Oakland, California. I'm a Sagittarius. Oh, wait, never mind. This ain't the 70s. Anyway, my name is Mr. Lewis, and I'm happy to be here. And go ahead, young lady.
My name is Carla, and I'm happy to be here. I am the proud owner of Missy Productions Music Service and more, as well as Missy Bling.
All that. I got a couple of felonies and parking tickets. I can't compete with that, so I'm gonna leave that alone.
Perk said he's still waiting on that fight. You gotta come through, right? What's up?
Hey, Jesus will be back before we get that right. So I'm not, it's whatever. I saw Lazarus,
He said I ain't got no job. Now let's go eat.
Hey,
he frozen, y'all. Mr. Lewis is frozen. He is
in his t-shirt, frozen.
I'm not frozen. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I have no idea. It looks like everything is good over here, so I apologize.
was also known as the funeral man.
Here we go with that.
Everybody's funeral. He ain't working with you attending it.
Well, I had the pleasure of visiting People's Missionary Baptist Church. The Reverend Jermaine Anderson is the pastor. Shout out to that church. They treated me very well, and Reverend Anderson brought a nice eulogy on today, and we had Reverend Errol Bullen in the house as well, and he was on the piano. So
Fergie said, "Don't ever let him say I'll see you later." Right.
well, I want to say something, but I'm gonna be good today. I'm not gonna say what I want to say about seeing him later. Of course.
What you mean by that?
I mean, I love the brother to death, but as big as his stomach getting, hell, you gon' see him later, even if he down the street. I don't give a damn. Hey. I love him to death, but if you fat, you fat.
What's that nice, Kelly?
Hell, I'm not nice. So, you gonna see him later. Matter of fact, if you go on 90th and you look down the street, you can see him if he walking in the church. It might get dark outside. Hey. It's
Listen, that's not nice.
hey.
You better pray to God that He even give you just a little cottage outside the gate.
Hey, if I ain't getting in anyway, it really don't matter, you know. And if I don't get in, it might be because some of the big Negroes don't allow me the room to get in. You know, I'm just saying, you know. A lot of these pastors going to these little small pulpits, they need the big ones to cover them. They need covering too. But I'm gonna be good. I ain't gonna say nothing else. I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm not gonna say nothing else.
But so, you do sound like you in the tunnel somewhere.
I don't know what happened.
See, you're frozen.
How about that?
See, you're frozen again.
Okay. Well, is that better? Do you still hear the sound? I'm not frozen on my end. But do you hear the sound now?
It's in and out.
Okay. All right. Well,
and there's hello. The man that gives me a hard time.
Reverend Dr. Wheelock.
And he harasses me.
Well,
and I'm about tired of him harassing me. I'm going to send special guest to his church and keep it up.
You gonna send a special guest over there?
Special guest.
Who you got in mind?
Say the name.
We gonna
get to that first.
Well, speaking of funerals, let me just send just in case anybody is watching from that family, let me send my condolences to the family of Reverend George. We have one of his sons in our care now. So if anybody from the George family is watching, on behalf of everybody at Foucher's Hudson Funeral Home, y'all have our sincerest condolences.
You sound like you talking about you won't remember.
I'm sitting right here. I don't know what's going on.
But it's going in.
Well, you want me to shut it down and move rooms right quick? You want me to shut it down?
Yeah.
Move rooms?
Yeah, go out and come back.
Okay.
In the meantime, in between time, thank y'all for being here tonight. Bear with Mr. Lewis. He is having a little bit of technical difficulties with his laptop. That's why you get on early and you prepare. You prepare ahead of time. All right. All right. So he'll be back in just a second. But I want to thank y'all for joining us tonight. Hello, Miss Hodge. Thank you for joining me. Well, come on, Perk. What you waiting on, man? You ain't said nothing. But since he's not here right now, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I'm so excited about Saturday. Hey, Kesa. I'm so excited about Saturday. Saturday, I am being honored, appreciated by my pastor, and my church family this Saturday at 5 o'clock. Here is the flyer right there for anybody that would like to come and attend. Is 5 o'clock this Saturday at my church, the Church of Restoration, 1028 West Grant Avenue at 5 o'clock p.m. I am super excited. I am nervous all at the same time. Hey, Sharia, because I have never had anything like this done for me before. So I am like super nervous, super excited. I'm shy. I'm like super shy. So like I'm used to being behind the camera and not in front of the camera, in front of people. In front of the camera at home is okay, but now I got to be like sitting where people can actually look at me, and you know, I'm nervous. I got to sing a solo. Listen, Perk, I will sing so low that no one will hear me. How about that? I do not sing anymore. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. So I hope that you guys can come out and celebrate. Yes, Mr. Debs, I need you to sing. And it's Saturday, not Sunday. It's Saturday. I got to direct a song. Really? Nah, I'm not going to direct no song on Saturday. I'm not going to direct the song on Saturday. You said you're going to, well, Pastor Davis, unfortunately, he will not be able to make it. So, because he left today to go out of town to be with his mother. So he will not be able to make it. Okay, looks like Mr. Lewis is back from the she shed. Let's see.
Now, how was that?
That's better. That's better.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Lewis is back. So I was just talking about the program for me on Saturday. That's 5 o'clock. And I'm super excited. And super excited. And guys, be here and celebrate. It'll be live. So guys, be here and celebrate. It'll be live online. And Perk was asking me out about the record choir and all that. And the wrist and all that. But I'm excited. So I hope you guys can join. So, if you guys have any questions, I know. Okay, so that's how there's bad feedback. You got headphones?
No, I don't have any headphones. I don't have any headphones. I'm in a quiet room.
Okay. All right. So, whose connection is bad? My connection is bad, or his connection is bad? Let me know. Whose connection is bad? Somebody say something in the comments. His connection is bad. We can hear him fine. Hold on one second. Who's that?
It's not mine.
Hold on.
I mean,
I'm gonna meet you.
Okay.
How's that? It's just a noise. Okay, what about now? Somebody tell me something, because y'all know I'm gonna get this together. Okay, so Mr. Lewis needs headphones. It's crystal clear. So y'all know it ain't me. It's Mr. Lewis. So I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to mute my, we're going to mute him out while I talk, and then when he talks, so it won't be, because I don't know what's going on. We ain't never had this problem before. All right. So I'm going to click him back in and be quiet.
That's a first. I like that. You quiet. I like that. That's nice. So tell me what's been going on with you since we last talked. What's going on in the world?
There's a lot of things going on in the world. Mr. Lewis got a bad connection, y'all, and I'm so sorry. I got to mute him out. He can probably hear me. I'm sure he can hear me, but he got a real bad in and out connection. I don't know. It sounds like he frying chicken. So he wanted to know. He asked me what's been going on in my world. So um, everything has been going pretty good. I've had a few um health problems, but it's okay. God is still good in spite of. Um I almost well, I'll just share this. I don't have no shame in sharing this. So for um Resurrection Sunday, I was super juiced because I had planned this big old dinner for my family. Now, anybody that knows and that follow me on my old page on Facebook, y'all know that while I cared for my mom when she was alive, there was an issue with family stuff and all that. So I thought it would be great to bring everybody together for Resurrection Sunday. So we had all this food. We had all this. I made all this food, made all these plans. My sister bought all this stuff. We were going to do painting, and nothing went as planned. But that's okay because I tried. So I say all that to say, yes, I can cook, Pastor Wheelock. Yes, I can cook. I can cook very well. Whatever, Rasan. I can cook very well. If I couldn't, my sister is on here, my daughter is on here, and my son is on here. They will tell you I can cook. And Perk has had my dirty rice. Rasan has had the dirty rice and other stuff too. So don't act like I can't cook, fella. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor Perkins. So I had cooked all this food. We had my sister brought all these paints and we had did all this wonderful stuff. And I had some special things that I wanted to share with my family. And they canceled. They did not come. So the only persons that was here was me, my kids, my grandson, and my sister. And so at first I was pissed. At first I was like pissed because I have some health issues. And I got up early and I did all this stuff. Was in line at Honey Bake 7 a.m. in the morning to get the ham. I was just trying to do something right because anybody that follow me, anybody that know me, that's close to me, I had said after I put my mother in the ground that I was done with family. That was me talking. That was me talking. But I prayed to God and I asked God to open up my heart, to open up my mind, and to open up my ears to what he was saying and to put my personal feelings aside. And I did that. And I still got slapped in the face. So I say that to say, no matter what, just keep going. No matter what, just keep going. No matter what is going on in your family, keep going. Um, um, I had issues with the oldest child of my mom's, and she still bothers me. And we're gonna have to pray for that one. We're gonna have to continue to keep praying for that one. Um, um, Sometimes as a caregiver, as a family member, when your loved one leaves you, you still gonna go through some stuff with people. Sometimes it get better, sometimes it gets worse. But you gotta pray and just keep going. Simple as that. Pray and keep going. That's all I can tell you. If you're a caregiver, Pray and keep going. If your loved one is passed and your family members is giving you a hard time, pray and keep going. Because if not, that mess will like stress you out and kill you. Pray and keep going. That's right. You got to pray like seriously. That's my key. That's my goal. That's my word. I ain't no preacher, but that's my word. Pray and keep going no matter what. So, yeah, pray and keep going. And then we have right here, God's plans are always bigger than ours, even when we can't see what it why he's doing what he's doing. He's doing bigger, right? Amen. I agree. So, that's kind of like what's been going on in my world. Um, just learning how to be a better entrepreneur and learning how to be a better Carla, if that makes sense. Talk about church security. You want to talk about church security? All right, we could talk about church security. I'm going to bring Mr. Lewis back in.
Hello, hello. See if does that sound better?
Yes.
Or you don't hear feedback or
No
anything now?
feedback. Woohoo! What did you do?
Yeah, I did a little something. See that
Good for you. Y'all give him a hand. Everybody. Woo, look at God. Praise the Lord.
Shout out,
Hallelujah.
shout out, shout out to that associated science degree I have in computer networking systems technology from the now defunct ITT Tech class of 2001. But I don't tell nobody that.
Praise the Lord. It sounds so much better now.
Yeah, almost like your cooking now as opposed to when I met you. It's much better now.
Whatever. All right. So go ahead with your questions or whatever you got to say. I mean, how has it been for you guys at the funeral home? Has it been busy? Is it still busy? Is it slow, up and down?
I mean, it's people aren't dying to get in like they are at CP Bannon, but literally. But hey, we were slow for a minute. Hey, that lady died at CP Bannon. I didn't do it. Anyway, you didn't hear about that, huh?
I did. You told me. But we ain't got to broadcast
So,
into the world because somebody might not be ready for that, So Perk wants to talk about having church security and the purpose of the need for church security, which I totally agree. Hell, sometimes I think I need my own personal security, especially coming over to Oakland. I'm from the city, so Oakland been off the hook lately. That's why I get in and get out. I'm glad my church is early in the morning so I can get on up out of there and get myself back to San Francisco.
Where you from?
Filmo. Filmo. Don't start. There's too many of us on here. Don't.
I wouldn't care.
Don't start. It's too many of us on here.
So it's a lot of y'all then on here from the projects then.
I don't live in the projects. Don't get it. Don't get it. So church security is needed. It is very, very important because things can happen. I mean, I often think about, okay, what if somebody just run up in the church on Sunday? What you gonna do? Especially if you don't have no deacons. What you gonna do? I remember back in the day, the church had deacons, and them deacons did have a little some on them, and their wives did too, the deaconess. But I'm saying back in the day.
Well,
now it's a little different.
Well, depending on where you are now, what'll happen is somebody will break into church and run right to the pastor and just rob him while he's standing in the pulpit, and then they run out.
That's if he did set that up to happen.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Your uncle.
but no, on a serious note, you're right. Or they used to, at least they would have the deacons at the perimeters, during offering, because everybody's praying after you give altar, after you give offering, everybody prays, or at least they used to. And if everybody's head is down and nobody has taken that money to the back, people run in and all hell can break loose. They absolutely need security. They should have security guards. And you drive by BB Memorial, that's how you know when something is going on at BB, because before you see anything, you see security guards out on the sidewalk. And there's a lot of them. So, you can try something if you want to, but it would be nice to see security guards at the churches, because they do. They need them. They need them.
Yeah, because I know before Fame burned, I used to see them. They had security as well.
Absolutely, they sure
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
They sure did. And I mean, it's not, church is. I mean, you're there to worship, but it is still a business. So
right, right. I mean, in the way people are just doing dumb stuff right now. So
yeah,
I'm always on edge. I sit in the middle. Those of you who will be coming on Saturday, you will see. I won't be sitting there. My son will be sitting there, but you will see where I sit every Sunday. So I could look at both doors. So the first thing that comes to my mind all the time is, what if somebody run up in here? What am I going to do? I'm going to grab my cameras. I'm going to grab my cameras and get up out of
they
here.
grab our cameras.
I can't. I'm going to grab my cameras. If cameras cost money. Shoot. But now on the serious side, it's very important, especially um for the pastor as
Right,
well,
right.
because sometimes um people don't like what you preach on Sundays. Some people get ugly, you never know. A lot of people got haters out there. Our church have security on the whole service. I think hey, that's what's needed. That's what's needed. My sister. Oh man, see, that's what's needed. That's what's needed. So sometimes you got to invest for your safety. You got to invest for your safety. Look at what my sister said.
You better leave them damn cameras.
Oh man. So yeah, so me personally, I don't carry just yet like that, but I do have some protection with me. I will say that as an individual, and we all should have some protection with us, you know. At some point when I was growing up, there was a lady named Nell Sanford, older lady at my church named Nell Sanford, and Nell Sanford had a hammer in her purse. She had a hammer in her purse.
I ain't giving you no more damn offering. You ask me for anything else, you finna get hit with this damn hammer.
And so my daughter, she is known for carrying a hammer. See, people, I mean, it's so crazy. And I'm in West Oakland. I'm in West Oakland, so you just never know. So yeah, I mean, security is very important for the church, for the pastor, all that. She might have needed to put up some pictures. Oh, that's funny. Sister Sanford used to catch the number 22 bus home, so she had that big white hammer hanging out her purse every week for protection. But on a serious note, yes, security is very important at church. Very, very important at church. And I think there needs to be more men in the church. There's more women in the church now than men. And I wonder why.
I don't know, but I will say this, since you brought up men and how there are more women in the church than men, whether it be Bible study, uh, choir rehearsal, anything that goes on at the church, specifically if it's during the week. Take y'all punk asses and start walking these women to their damn cars. The hell is wrong with y'all? Don't open the door and watch them walk out and just see them get to their car. Walk them to their car. You can't be the punk in every relationship. Walk them to their car. You Billy Badass, you always talking about how you packing. Walk them to their car. Make sure they get in their car. I mean, you do the same thing for your wife and your girlfriend when you leave both of them. So walk the lady at the church to the car. That's all you got to do.
And you know what? I can agree with that because when I used to go out and do a lot of I used to do a lot of filming and streaming, and one of my things or one of my reasons for not going out at night, one of them is because when church is over, nobody's walking me to my car. Nobody's walking me to my car, and I have equipment with me, and I'm a woman, and I'm in Oakland or whatever city. Now, this ain't all the events that I've done, but some you know about them because we've talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
Have a good night, Sister Carla. You ain't gonna walk me to my car? You know what I mean? So I'm like, I ain't coming back here no more. I'm not doing this no more. But one thing I will say, if my nephews are where I'm at, they gonna walk me to my car. I don't care who they talking to, what they doing. They gonna come, Auntie, we finna walk you to your car. And that's why I love them to death for looking out for me. But yeah, very important. Very, very important to do that. It's just not like the 80s and the early 90s. You are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. So, and we always do this every show. We always talk about the importance of having life insurance. So if y'all don't have life insurance, get it. Because I have seen so many people, and I'm not trying to talk about nobody, bad about nobody, but GoFundMe, get you some life insurance. You're going to concerts. It's about to be a lot of summer concerts coming up. It's a lot of get you some life insurance. It don't cost that much. If you're a part of a credit union, you can get a policy for $33 a month, $18 a month, whatever. There's Gerber. Look up Gerber. Oh, so Casey, you sell life insurance? I didn't know that. But life insurance, very important. Don't sleep on it. I've had insurance for me. When my daughter was born, I got life insurance. She was born in 1993. That's how long I've had life insurance. When my son was born, I added him on. So get it. Very, very important. So Kesa is on here and she has life insurance. I mean, she sells life insurance.
And I think
Colonial Penn, $9.95 a month. Come on now. So
and for those of you who don't have insurance and you are planning on being somewhere like 4100 Hilltop Drive, aka Rolling Hills Memorial Park, I'm letting you know right now they are starting between 8 and 13,000 for plots. Get
and
insurance.
that's just for plots. That's not including your funeral service, your death certificates that your family would need copies of, your flowers, your funeral programs. If they want to stream, they want me to come and stream, you know, you come on. I mean, and I ain't trying to 25,000. Is it that much now?
What's that?
Casey said the total cost is 25,000
for a funeral.
Yeah.
If you, well, I mean, when
that's if you going all out your way.
Well, no. If you couple in, I mean, if you couple in 8,000, 8, 9, 10,000 for garden variety service, depending on what you want, and going to Rolling Hills, yeah, you're gonna pay about 25,000.
Yeah. Oh, my sister said Colonial Penn is BS. She must have had a bad experience with it. But check out Mutual of Omaha.
You about 87 years old. You the only person that remember Mutual of Omaha. You remember Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom too, huh? I bet you remember when Lauren Green used to host that show. You do. Yep.
You know my name.
All y'all on here that remember Star Search and all the rest of them, y'all old as hell. All of y'all. And I'll fight every last one of y'all. All y'all old.
Whatever. Kemper Life Insurance is the name of Casa Thomas Life Insurance. But Sheila Tyson has life insurance. I believe my brother Antoine Miller. does life insurance as
Mm-hmm.
well. So there's a few people I know I can connect you with, but it's
Yeah,
very
it
important, you
is. It's
guys.
important. It's
Um,
important.
I hate when I look and someone I know passes and they have a GoFundMe set up, and I'm just like, all that traveling you did, all them cruises you took, and you couldn't
Right.
pay for your policy every
And
month.
the other
I'm
thing
just
about,
saying.
right, no, you're right. And the other thing about the GoFundMe is it's not like people pay for they put money in the GoFundMe when they want to. It's it's not like if you put it up today and you say you need it by a certain time, that people are just going to do it just because. They're going to put
Mm-hmm.
it in when they put it in. That what that means is, and so let me backtrack a little bit from the funeral home perspective. When you say you want a date at a funeral home, the best thing for you to do is have your money ready that day. Because if Mrs. Jones comes in behind you, she asks for the same date that you want at the same time, and she is ready to pay, or they have a policy and it's all systems go, you will lose that particular day in most cases because money talks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I say that to say, if you walk in a funeral home saying, okay, well, we finna put this GoFundMe up. That GoFundMe doesn't mean that you're gonna get it in 3 days. It doesn't mean you're gonna get it in a week. It doesn't mean that you're gonna get it in 2 weeks. Hell, some people will tell you to do a GoFundMe and they won't contribute.
And
And we're not even
GoFundMe is
talking.
going to get their percentage
Absolutely,
out of it first. So you still not
absolutely.
going to get the whole amount.
You're not getting the whole amount, and
Yeah.
it's in
Yeah.
in a lot of cases it's not worth it. You can't take a GoFundMe and send it to the funeral home. Like, you can't transfer it there. You have to go get the money, and you still have to bring it to whatever funeral home you are going to. So
Mhm.
it's better to have insurance. It's just better to have it. And if you have more than you need, you can use some of your pre-need and allot it to other things. For example, there are people who got their pre-need 15 years ago. Now, 15 years ago at Foucher's, hell, 3 years ago, but 15 years ago at Foucher's, we were still doing quiet hours at night. We were still doing
Mhm.
limos,
Mhm.
those types of things. We're not using our limos right now because of the pandemic. We haven't, we've come out of it, but we're not using the limos. We're not doing quiet hours from 5 to 8 p.m. anymore. Families will get reimbursed for that if they choose not to have a viewing at all. You might be able to use that and allot that somewhere else rather than just taking the money back. You can do it how you choose, but you have the flexibility to do something because you have a pre-need. You walking in there off the street trying to have a service, $8,000 service, or you're trying to have, or we only want to spend $6,000. You may not be able to spend just $6,000 and go to CP Bannon or Foucher's or even Chapel of the Chimes, because Chapel of the Chimes is higher than we are.
What? Are you
Yep.
serious? Because I
Chapel of
thought
the,
y'all was the highest.
Chapel of the Chimes is higher than we are. So,
Jeez.
be prepared for these costs. Know that that service that you went to last week, when you saw that really, really big casket spray, that casket spray very well may have cost $500. It's not always on the funeral home when people say, oh, the funeral home, they're just gouging. No, not necessarily. You the one that wants uh you the one that wants 300 programs. And that's okay.
And a horse carriage outside.
Right. And that's okay if you want 300 programs. That's fine.
Go
But if
for
you
it.
add it to your funeral bill, it is going to make it go up. That's not on the funeral home. We can do the stuff for you and put it on your bill, but that's going to make it go up. Sit down, have a framework. Talk to somebody, talk to one of the insurance specialists that you see on here today. Put your stuff together, get what you need, not what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Get what you need,
Mm-hmm.
and then go that route. And I know a lot of us are traditionalists, whether it be church, life, etc. Listen, I understand that mama, daddy, and your brother and your sister are all at Rolling Hills. You can be too in a plot and still be cremated. It's okay. I'm not saying you have to do it, but keep your options open. Just keep your options open. Because if you do go get insurance and you don't have $10,000 to play with and you only have 3,000, 4,000, you have enough to be cremated. Just keep your options open. That's all I'm asking you to do.
I agree. I agree. And then, I mean, while we are talking about funerals, um, I was recently at a funeral. There's some things that you shouldn't say, and I think I said this before, but it bothers me when I'm at a funeral and someone says, "I know how you feel. I just sat in the seat that you're sitting in, and I know how you feel." And at the last service I was at, I was filming, and the lady said it, and I said, "No, you don't." I had to catch myself because that pisses me off. Like, no, you don't know how that person feel because number one, that ain't your mama laying there.
No.
That ain't your mama. So, like, quit saying that. Quit saying you gonna be there. Quit saying you gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for you no matter what. Just call me. I'm gonna be there for you. Quit saying that because I had people tell me that. That's kind of personal for me because I had people tell me that when my mom passed, some of my closest friends, and they don't even talk to me now. And I have done nothing wrong to these people, and they say nothing to me. When I call them, I get the voicemail. One person I actually called, and they said, "Oh, I don't feel like talking. I don't even want to hear my own voice." I'm like, oh, "Okay, bye. You ain't got to tell me twice." Exactly. It sounds good,
It
but
does.
they don't mean it.
No.
So I take that person. Like when I'm at funerals, I got to really watch it because I'm like, don't you don't know how she feel? What I say, what I've learned to say is I understand because I do understand going through the process of losing a parent. I understand that, but I don't know how you feel because that was your mother. Just like you don't know how I feel because that was my mother and that was my father that passed. So, yeah, quit saying that to people. Quit it. And another thing, y'all know I do obituaries too. Now, I do obituaries too. I hate, I mean, I'll do them. I'll do them. I'll do them. But when there was a person I did, a family I did some obituaries for. And there was about 50 pictures, 75 pictures, somewhere around there. And the deceased lady, her picture was the one on the front and maybe two other pictures. And the rest of the pictures was of people just chilling in the car, Lil Pookie and them at prom and all that. Eh, it's not about you. It's about the deceased person. Now, if you're in the picture with the deceased person, that's fine. But when I did my mom's, that whole entire obituary was my mama. The whole entire, if you got one, if you was there, you know. The whole entire obituary was my mom. On the back, it was my mother, her deceased husband, and her parents on the back. That was it. So y'all quit putting y'all little pictures in there. Like Mr. Lewis said on a previous show, you gonna have your turn to be in one.
You will.
Just hold on, just ride it out.
You absolutely will.
Just ride it out. Just ride it out. So yeah, Casey said, "Oh Lord." I mean, it's just little stuff like that, funeral etiquette, what to say and what not to say. I really feel like doing a class, how to prepare your family's obituary. I really feel like doing a class because some people just don't know, and I'm not trying to I mean, I remember back in the day at the church, there was the person that would help you. Um, I think now they call it bereavement ministry, but not all
Right,
churches have bereavement
right,
ministry. But the church clerk would help you with the obituary, with the order of service,
right.
and all of that, because there was a funeral one time. I think Pastor Wheelock may be still on here, but there was a funeral one time where I had to go and fix everything before the funeral even started.
And speaking of funeral etiquette, um, ladies and gentlemen, it is mad because your name is not in the obituary. Um, well, Miss Christie, I understand why people get mad when their name is not in the obituary, but just remind them that one day their name will be on the obituary and they won't even know about it. They won't get to read it. They won't get to see it.
I won't even get one.
They won't even get one. It won't. It'll be sent to their email and they won't even read it. Uh, they might use it to fan the flames later on after he come back, but I ain't getting into that. But getting back to funeral etiquette for just a second. Um, for those of you who follow the Christian style order of service, and as we in the church community call it, you have an A and B selection.
Hmm.
That's fine. Specifically, if you're at a church, it's appropriate. It is also appropriate to take care of the people who are slamming that keyboard, touching those keys, etc. If you don't have a musician of your own and the church is supplying a or their musician, 9 times out of 10, those musicians are taking off from their regular job, their 9 to 5, to come and play. And they have the flexibility to do so. And God bless them for doing it. But take care of the people that take care of you.
Amen. You're
That's
absolutely right.
that's all you have to. And don't have them chase you down. If you know that you want uh, Sister Sue to play the piano for your service,
Nope.
go get Sister Sue
Nope.
because she's still playing even though she ain't here no more.
Nope.
Go
Nope.
get Sister Sue and have and take care of her.
You
Just
wrong.
take care of her. You know.
You is
I mean,
wrong.
I said Sister Sue. I didn't say anybody in
I know
particular.
where you going though. You play too much. I know where you
Sister Sue. Sister Sue can play. You know, if you want Larry Bradford to to play at your service, just pay them. That's all.
Yeah.
Just take care of the people that take care of you. That's
Okay,
all
let
we
me
ask.
ask you a question though.
Mhm.
So on that sheet, there used to be a, now I don't know about the new sheets now, but back in the day when I worked at California Funeral Service,
Still there.
there was a list, there's a checklist of things that you're
Mhm.
paying for, that the
Yep.
family's paying for. One of them said clergy and the other one said musician. Are
Mhm.
those options still on the list?
They're the clergy. I mean, there's a thing for honorarium, but generally we ask. And it is at that time that they can say yes or no. Because as long as they pay for everything on that contract, we will make the check out to whomever.
Got you.
Like you for instance, if somebody said, "Hey, I want Miss C Productions to do our stuff or whatever," we may not always put it on the contract, but if we know you and yada yada, you just put it on the contract. Um, you know,
So like Smith and Witter, sometimes when I do their obituaries,
mhm,
they'll Smith and Witter will cut me a check.
yeah, yeah,
It doesn't come from the family, it comes
yeah.
from the funeral home.
So sometimes at at the funeral home, especially, family doesn't have a musician, and they may call me today, for example, say, "Mr. Lewis, we need a musician for Friday. We don't have one." Like they might say, Paul Wade is working or da 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 da. We'll call Bishop Bullen and ask him, and if he says yeah, family will put it on there, or they will take care of him directly. We will also ask the family, do you want to take care of Reverend so-and-so? And they say, oh no, we'll take care of that directly.
Okay. Okay.
You know, now
All right.
everybody's not uh, Joe Smith. You know,
Don't
you
talk
know,
about
no,
don't
no,
talk
because
don't talk
Pastor,
about my sister's old
I
pastor.
love Pastor Smith, but Pastor, you already know when you pull up, that's the first thing he's looking for.
I'm here for the money. I'm
Do
just
you?
here for my
No,
check.
Shiloh, don't take that body out that casket until I get my money. Once I get my money, I don't care what you do.
You
I need
stupid.
I
I
need my
can't
money.
stand you.
I don't have my money. I can't pull that. Don't pull that
Teresa,
casket
you
out.
talking about your old pastor.
Shiloh, don't pull that casket out until I get my money. Once I get my money, you can do as you please. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Can't stand you.
That's
Leave that man alone.
that's.
Leave him alone.
I love Pastor Smith.
I know you do.
I love him.
I know you do. Because you're always talking about that man.
Hey, I always love I love Pastor Smith. We got a
You
lot
are
in common.
you are funny. Anyway,
We do. We have
we
something
gonna
in common.
we gonna leave that alone. That
We do.
we gonna leave it alone. So another thing is we gonna get off that funeral note before
Yeah.
um another thing, we need to learn to support one another.
Yes, absolutely.
We need to learn to support one another instead of hating on each other. um I've always tried to support everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. I've
Mm-hmm.
always tried to support everybody no matter what. But now I'm a little tapped out because I guess I have a different attitude now, and I don't know what happened.
Oh, I know what
Why
happened.
why it's like that now.
I know why it's like that now.
Um but now I'm like, well, if you don't support me, I ain't supporting you. That's my attitude now. So I have I'm gonna start with me, and then I got a couple of other business owners on here. I want them to shout out their businesses, but I own and operate Miss C Productions, Media Service, and more. We do everything from flyers, banners, thank you cards, obituaries. We'll film your party. We do everything. We do everything. And then I own costume jewelry, $5 bling, Miss C's Blings, a jewelry company that I started in memory of my mom. I love the people that come on and support me on Mondays. I love it. Even if you don't buy nothing, sharing is free. If you don't like the jewelry, that's okay. It ain't for you. But guess what you can do for me for free is just share that I'm coming on live. Very simple. Share the poster. Share the
Sharing ain't
poster.
free.
Share the link, whatever, that I'm coming on live and I got this beautiful jewelry. Just share it. Somebody might tap in at some point, but it's free to share. It's free to share.
It
If
was.
you don't like costume jewelry, okay, fine. That I get it. You don't have to like it. I love it though.
It
I
used.
could look cute on a budget, okay? Because
It used to be.
I don't have a 9 to 5. So I've learned to look cute on a budget.
There used to be a lot of women sharing on East 14th, and it damn sure wasn't free.
Excuse my son, one of my oldest sons that's on here.
I'm here for the strippers. Yeah,
I can't stand you, bud.
they passed. It ain't passed, brother.
Oh, but we need to support one another. So we have Kesa. Right. Tell them to get off. We got Kesa Thomas on here. She has totally designed. She hand makes some beautiful jewelry. She Hands, she makes it with her hands herself. Okay. Kesa, please put your information in the comment box so that I can post it on the screen. Then we have my daughter on here. She makes some good tasting cookies. Okay, Bree, please put your information in the comments so that we can show it on the screen. Follow her on Instagram. Okay, here's Kesa right here. Look her up. Kesa has some beautiful, beautiful um handmade jewelry. She makes it herself. And she has some wonderful journals that she sells on Amazon as well. So we got to support each other. So anytime I come on live on this platform like this, I am going to have anybody that own a business, if you have a business, please put your business information in the comments because I'm going to put it on the screen so we can start supporting one another. It's already hard enough for us as women, okay? It's already hard enough for us as women to be entrepreneurs, but to be African American entrepreneurs is even harder because guess what? We can't get the funding we need because they don't want to give it to us. And then the funding that's out there, some of that stuff is not legit. Ask me, how do I know? And I tell you, it's not legit. And I'm not giving out my personal information to no crooks, okay? Because I've already been, uh, you know, I already
What's
had to send one crook to jail. How
what's your
about that?
address again?
Then we have, okay, we got cookies go crazy. My sis been putting her blood and sweat and
Must. Damn. Yeah.
all right, we got Sharia. Sharia sells Mary Kay. And let me tell you, don't sleep on Mary Kay because Sharia introduced me into some wonderful skin cleanser. So y'all look up Sharia. She got some wonderful skin cleanser. She got this lotion ass bomb. What else I get from her? Some other stuff. And she be giving out little gifts. And she have it wrapped so cute. She got the little stuff in there. Y'all, she just have it packaged
I
so
see the
cute.
difference. You
So
can't even see your beard anymore.
you almost made me say something the Saints ain't ready for. We got Sharia on here. Look her up. All right. Then we got my little sis. We got my little sis on here. We got Christy. Christy got Kitty's Diva Mart. She's an independent paparazzi consultant. She also sells $5 jewelry. She is a part of my team and she is my little sister. Support her. Support her. She may have something I don't have. She may have something that I don't have. So
Some
go
sense.
support my little sis. She on here.
some some sense.
Go support my little sis Chrissy. She's selling that $5 jewelry too. All right. All right. Kesa says she built her business from scratch and no startup money. It's not there. And that's the same with my media business. Them cameras ain't cheap.
Right.
Them switches ain't cheap. Memory cards, external drives. My kids will tell you I have so much stuff, media wise, cords. That stuff is expensive. So yes, I know about spending money like that. Who else? Did anybody else put their business stuff on here? Yes, Kesa, hook up with Sharia. I think I hooked. Yes. Yep, I hooked Allison up with Sharia. Yes. We got to support each other. It is very important. Hey, Isis, you're welcome. Look her up. Look her up. Look her up. Yes. So yes. So if we could learn to support one another, it would be a it would be a better world. I mean, I know when I first started selling jewelry, I probably shared this story before. I don't know if it was here on a live. Um, um, I got a lot of preacher friends, pastor friends. I said, hey, get some of these because you don't have to wear the $5 piece. If you want to spend $25, then I got the $25 pieces too. I said, get your wife some of this jewelry. She liked to bling stuff. He said, oh, my wife wouldn't wear that. And I looked online one day. Now, when you become an independent paparazzi consultant, you know your jewelry when you see it. What did you think she had on? It wasn't even a $25 piece. It was a $5 piece.
Wow.
But your wife don't wear uh uh paparazzi jewelry. Okay, okay. So
That's because I bought it for her.
you one of my papa sisters too? Hey, papa sister.
That's because I bought it for her. That's why his
Huh?
wife had that jewelry on. I bought it for her.
Yeah, right. You are, hey, papa sister. But yeah, we got to support each other. I mean, it's important. It's important. Right. And it don't even look like it's $5 jewelry. My sister be rocking the heck out of my jewelry. She gets so many compliments and people won't come to my site because it's $5. They say that's too cheap. Okay, well, if you want to pay $15, $20, $30 for it, then let's go. I could make that extra money. I don't care. But yes, very important. Okay, so here is the name of uh-oh. She is also a paparazzi consultant. Let's see. Hold on. Let me bring it up. Right there. Look her up, y'all. Look her up. Can I run your YouTube subscriber? All right. Let me see if I can get to it because I'm going to have to convert it, Pastor Perkins. Carla, can you run my YouTube subscriber flyer before I end the show? All right. He said that is working. All right. I'll see. I'll try to put it up there. I got to go get it. That's why we must. So I'm actually looking for, well, I know it can only be one paparazzi consultant, but maybe we could switch out maybe 3 times a year. I'm looking to get with other business owners and we try to come together, find a place where we could do a pop-up together under one roof. Now, I know with paparazzi, only one paparazzi consultant can be at an event. That's their rules. We have to stick to it. But I'm thinking if we switch out, 1 month is me, next month is Christy, the next month, Deidre, who Allison, we're all papa sisters. We switch out, but we get with other business owners and do something. We got to do something. We got to do something. Yep, we could do a pop up together. So we got to work unless we work together. Correct. So we got to figure this out. We got to make something happen. I mean, I'm open for it. I'm open for it. So yeah, supporting one another and that have businesses, supporting each other in church. We used to go support each other. Oh, my sister's gonna sing today. I'm going to see my sister sing. Oh, my little niece is getting baptized. I'm going to see my people don't do that stuff no more. And I wonder why. Did the pandemic make us did the media people such as myself spoil people throughout the pandemic?
No.
No,
No.
because the people, I mean, some people still just aren't coming to church. They're just not coming. So, what's the issue?
Uh, People have other interests. Yeah, they have other interests.
Church is not important. Going to church is not important anymore.
I love pop up.
Here,
So do
not
men
here,
in prison. Um,
not here in. I mean, because like I look at churches in other states. they churches be full. They be packed and they be churching. Like my little church I watch every Sunday at 5:30 in the morning. They be churching. And then people be there. But here, I mean, it's like, where's everybody at? Where they at? Where they at?
Yeah, don't worry. There's some people. There's some people this week going to hear Reverend Charles Stanley preach in person.
Oh yeah, Charles Stanley passed away.
Yeah, he sure did.
Did they?
He-
When is his service?
I believe they had it already.
I missed it.
Yeah, they did. Because well, if they had a viewing.
Oh my god! No, I'm just playing, y'all.
They had a viewing.
I missed his service.
Yeah.
Why wasn't it televised?
I believe it was. I believe, but I don't know.
Oh man, I'm gonna see if it's on YouTube. I love me some Charles Stanley.
They had
Dr. Charles
that old white man singing "Precious Lord, Precious Lord, take my hand."
Right. See, and we don't have that here. Churches be full and quiet. The choirs be back and all of that. You can't even get your own church choir to come no more. People be having to rent singers now.
And people are watching online. There's just other things to do. We grew up in the era where you had to go to church. There was no other option.
Right. No other options.
You have options.
It's crazy.
For better or for worse, you have options.
So what if we, the media people, took those options away? Then they would have to bring their long tails to church, or would they just go and watch it someplace else?
They'll go watch it someplace else. I mean, hell. If you want to go back that far, some people were watching Jimmy Swaggart and saying, "Okay, well, I went to church today."
Hey, my mom used to watch Jimmy Swaggart. He sing the same song for like 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Then sings my song.
Mm-hmm. Then go smashing somebody else's girlfriend after the service was over. Oh,
hey, is that nice to say?
I have sinned.
Yes, Lewis still got his choir. Lewis still got his choir robe in his closet. Yes, me too, Allison. I have a lot of Charles Stanley books too. Yep, Lewis sang in the choir.
Yes, it did, sir. Young voices.
He still got his choir robe. But see, I heard Lewis gonna be on trial for deacon at his church soon. Deacon Lewis. And then the next thing you know, he gonna be.
I'll be a deacon when Ezell learn how to preach.
You say what?
I said I'll be a deacon when Ezell learns how to preach.
That's not nice to say.
Hey, it's not nice to say I'm gonna be a deacon either.
I can't stand you. I do not approve of this message that he just said. I do not approve of that, God. I do not approve of that.
Do you say that after listening to him preach on Sunday?
I ain't said nothing because I don't watch him preach on Sunday. I be at my own church on Sunday.
Well,
don't try to put me in it. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
Somebody don't approve of his message either. So if we can fit, then we both going to hell.
You know what? Anyways, I'm not gonna play with you today. I'm not gonna play with you today. Pastor Anthony Perkins
he's still talking
would
about
like us to subscribe to his YouTube channel because of Calvary Ministries. He's trying to get 1,000 subscribers.
I got you, Perk.
So if you all could go over to YouTube and subscribe to Because of Calvary Ministries. All right.
I like that picture.
Isn't that nice?
He looked like he marched on the Edmund Pettus Bridge back in the 60s.
Perk, he talking about you.
Hey, I love him.
He talking about you, Perk.
He looked like Pastor Emeritus on that picture, though.
I hate you right now.
He does look
Don't
like
talk
Pastor
about my
Emeritus.
friend.
You know,
Leave my
you know.
brother alone.
That
You guys are the godfathers of my son now. Stop it.
that picture looked like it's in the hallway at Allen Temple
There you go.
with
There
Pastor
you
Allen,
go.
like that first picture. It
There
looked
you
like
go.
he
Get
was
him.
there. He was there with Pastor Allen. I
Get
love
him.
him though. He looked
Get
great
him.
in the picture. See, we
They
hold these
bothering you,
truths to
Perk.
be self-evident.
Perk, they bothering you. Leave Perk alone.
Somewhere I read.
So what do you think about all this? Well, I don't. They've been breaking into a lot of cars over there in Oakland lately.
They've been breaking into cars
Here
everywhere.
too.
They just
Here
robbed a
too.
taco truck yesterday in East Oakland.
You say what?
They just robbed a taco truck. A roach coach just got robbed in the East yesterday.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They running cars into the cannabis stores, and I'm just like,
They ran
what?
a car ran into the gas station on 40th.
Is
So
that right?
yeah. It's the break-ins are they're insane. And now you heard what they did by the lake, right? Well, all over Oakland, but by the lake.
No.
They installed meters 24/7.
Is that right?
Yep.
Oh, wow. It don't bother me. I got
And
placards.
including Sunday. Yeah, it's
Wow.
24/7.
But that's not gonna stop the crime.
Well, what they feel like is people just won't park there all day, but some people don't care about tickets.
But people got to stop leaving stuff in their car,
Yeah,
because even at the In-N-Out Burger, in San
yeah.
Lorenzo, San Leandro, wherever, it's
Well,
sad. And then at Raising Cane's, you can't even go eat inside no more, right?
yeah. No, you can't. Well, you know what opened today,
Oh,
huh?
you said what?
You know what opened today, right?
Today?
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A?
in Murrayville. Yep, it's open.
Is it today? I thought it was Thursday.
One of them days.
I thought they was opening Thursday.
They said,
Now, is
well, maybe
there a
they're doing a soft
drive-through?
opening because I heard something about Tuesday.
Did they there's no
I don't
drive-through, right?
remember seeing a drive-through. But don't quote me on that.
Because I'm like, where would the drive-through
Hey, Auntie, how you doing?
where would
Right,
the
because it's in the
drive-through?
corner. It's right there in the corner. So I don't know. I don't know. But you're right. They were trying to steal it for parts and commit a crime.
That is crazy. It's just too. I thank God. I thank God. Just grateful because I park my car outside on the street every day, and I'm just grateful. I've had my car broken into at my old church before, and yeah, soon after that they broke into my house. Yeah, so I don't know. This world is something else, and that's why I go out early in the morning and get back
Right.
before all the nonsense happens. It's just we can't even go walking in our neighborhoods anymore. Um, yeah, pretty darn sad.
There are a plethora of break-ins in and around Foucher's. Um, it happens a little bit. It's happened once or twice during business hours, but it happens a lot. Like uh, like when I get there in the morning, I'll see broken glass all over the ground. You know,
Wow.
somebody's window busted wide open, and they specifically will either go in the back or the side, but you just see cars just busted, and they clearly have something on. In some of those cases, they have something in the car.
Yeah, it's sad, and I think if you have tinted windows, they even be more tempted to see,
Yeah,
you know,
they
curious
pay
to see what you have in there.
they
I don't
pay.
have tinted windows. I got the old 2010 car.
Yeah,
Ain't no tint on that. Ain't no tint in them windows. And my mama always said to keep that Bible in that back window. And guess what? That Bible is sitting right in that back window. I will not move the Bible out that car.
They
So,
uh they pay attention to plates too. They know rental
especially if you
car
have a
plates.
rental.
Yep, they know rental
Mhm.
car plates.
Yeah.
They know.
And
They
out of
know.
state plates.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Very
and
sad. Very sad. And the scary thing for me is all the freeway shootings and the shootings with the kids getting hit and killed and shot and all that. I think a 15-month-old got shot last night in Oakland. Did you hear
I
about that?
I heard something about that. I
Yeah.
heard something about that. It's just it's you know, and even for me, I still love to be out at night, but I can't.
Mhm.
Uh, damn, she said they stole her Bible before. It's probably a preacher who wanted to learn how to preach. But
Yeah. Got to be careful out there because I remember there was a time like, where you going? Oh, I'm about to roll down E14. I'm
you
rolling
want
down
phone.
E14. What you rolling down E14 at 10 o'clock at night for? What you looking for? There's only one reason for you to be out on E14 at 10 o'clock at night.
Not for me. I was cruising the strip. I loved being on
Cruising the
E14.
strip for what? What's on the strip at 10 o'clock at night?
Nothing now.
Nothing now, but I'm talking about back then.
Oh, everybody was out. Shit.
Every,
Everybody was out.
uh-huh.
Everybody. I mean,
Hey,
everybody.
Drew. Hey, Sister Murphy.
It was that was E14 was the place to be back in the day. You know, it's not the same anymore. You can't do that now. Now they got that bus lane. Hell, you could bust a U and get out of there now. Shit, you gotta.
Oh, man.
Hey, E14 was the place to be. She
I
said maybe
thought
I.
you said you was on it. You was on E14.
Yeah, I was E14. That was where you could find me faster than anywhere, unless I was at a A's game. Shoot, I used to lead a A's game and cruise the strip home, especially on a Friday night. Those were the days. I can't do that anymore, though.
So sad. So sad. Just like you used to be able to walk in my neighborhood. You can't even do that no more because it's always they pulling up, robbing somebody, or what did they say the other week? Somebody had a chainsaw. Who walks down the street with a chainsaw? Why? Like you can't do nothing no
Yeah,
more.
and they're doing certain things now. People are purposely using their cars to bump into people to make you stop.
Yeah.
Like they bump into your car
Uh-huh.
to make you stop, and then they'll rob you, um, block you in if they can. So of course they tell you to lock your doors when you get in there, and start your car or lay on your horn or do something because they'll take off running if they block you in. But yeah, it's
It's so sad. I mean, gosh, and I don't like staying in the house, but I be in the house. Like, I don't come out unless I have to.
right.
I don't. I mean, if I don't have to go do no church stuff or take care of business stuff, I'm right here in the house. My kids will tell you doing nothing. They're probably watching the news, Law and Order, something like that. But I mean, it's nothing out there. It's nothing out there. I'd rather get on a plane and fly somewhere.
I can dig that. I can
You need
absolutely
it.
dig that.
Yeah, yeah. So, does anybody have any questions about anything? Want
For
us to
her,
talk about anything? Huh?
said questions for you.
For me?
Yeah. They said, do they have questions for you? I'm not answering no questions tonight. I'm from the streets.
Well, we know that. We know you from the streets out there in that she shed.
I'm in the house right now.
You in the house right now
Damn.
in Hayward.
Yeah, I'm in punk ass Hayward.
And where?
Punk ass Hayward.
Don't talk about your city
Ain't my
like
damn
that.
city.
That's where you live.
Hell, I know I lay my head there. I live at 3665 Telegraph. That's where I am more than anything else.
Mr. Funeral Man.
You catch me at Foucher's faster than you catch me here.
I've always said if I ever won a lottery, I would love to own my own funeral home.
Well, that'd
What
be
do you think that we can do to create more unity among us? Stop hating on each other. Seriously, stop hating on each other. We'll
yeah,
never be together as one as long as we're hating on each other or turning our nose up at each other.
right, right,
That'll never happen.
right.
That will never happen.
Piggybacking on what you just said, there's one word that I'll use: speak. Speak. You walk past somebody, say hello. Whether they say it back to you, just speak. Just
Mhm.
speak. Just say hello. It'll go a
That's
long
what I
way.
try to do over here in the neighborhood. I try to speak, because I'm in a neighborhood that with people who don't look like me. So
Mm-hmm.
they feel a little intimidated. So I'd be like, "Good morning." I know how to make my voice shift to make them feel comfortable. My face, I'm sorry y'all, but my face does look like I have a mean mug. I have a mean mug. And I'm sorry if most of you guys probably thought your first impression of me that I was a mean person, but I have a mean mug and it's just I have a mean mug. I've had a mean mug since I was a kid. My sister is on here. She will tell you we have pictures. I never used to smile. So I've always had a Valentine. Don't start. Don't start. I have I can come off as a, like, but I'm sweet as pie. So yes, smiling
Me
and
too.
speaking to one another. You almost made say
Me
something.
too. I'm sweet too.
Mhm. They always tell me I look mean. I had a very very nice person tell me they thought I was mean because I would never smile, or when they would try to say something to me, I would like, but and but I will say there was a period when I was going through something, right? But I was still trying to work. I was going out streaming, filming, pre-recording during the pandemic while my mother was dying. I knew my mother was dying, but I was still trying to process that and do the work of the Lord at the same time. So when I showed up places, it would look like, oh, she got an attitude. No, I'm just processing what's about to happen. Y'all starting late, and I'm here on time. I'm on a schedule, but I'm sweet as pie. So I've been trying to work on, being more eh, eh. And you're right. This is true, Sonia. This is true. But what's so sad is sometimes, a lot of times, we won't even give each other eye contact in order to speak to each other. That is so true. We got to work on that.
Yeah, y'all do. Y'all need to work on it.
We got to work on that. If
Yeah, yeah,
you don't want to work on it, we gonna work on it
yeah.
without you.
Y'all need to work on that, y'all. You're right.
We gonna work on it without you. We
Y'all
don't
need
need you because we already know you always gonna have that smart mouth.
y'all need to
Same disrespectful cat. What's your line?
same disrespectful cat I was when I was broke.
That's how he was when I met him, y'all. We've been friends since what, 2007? Yeah,
Same
2000.
disrespectful cat I was when I was broke.
See, there's my sister. She said it. There you have it. The facial expression is a family trait. It is what it
Hey,
is.
you know what? I tried one time to smile more. I did. I was 6 years old. I didn't like it, so I said I wasn't doing it anymore.
What? I always try. I mean, in like going to Target, for example. I'm always in Target. I'm always in Target. Always in Target.
Yeah, I know.
And I try to speak because we don't have a Walmart. They wouldn't give us a Walmart here. So I try to speak to people when I'm in Target. They
Uh-huh.
get scared. I could wear my best Jesus shirt, my best Jesus shirt, just to let them know I'm a Christian. Still say how they scared, like, huh, why? I'm not gonna hurt you. She said them people in Target are too bougie.
Well, hey.
Oh man.
But
I
yeah,
mean, there was a day when the guys would tilt their hats to the ladies, you know, hold the door. One time I was coming out of somewhere. I forgot where I was. And I was mad because I'm like, y'all don't hold the door no more. Dang, I was mad. I said it. Like, dang, y'all gentlemen don't exist no more. Like, what's up?
they do, and as I said earlier, guys should take the time to walk women to their cars. But there are, my pastor used to say that there are three sides to every story. There's your side, there's my side, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. There are a phalanx of women out there who deny men when they do go to open doors.
Mm, okay.
Now, if you tell me I'm a woman, I don't need you to open the door for me, okay? I'm going to do it anyway. But there are some men who are maybe trying to turn over a new leaf or just coming into being a gentleman, and they do that and they will go away from it. Um, it's just like there's a time for a man to be assertive and there's a time to be gentle. There is a time for a woman to acquiesce to a man, and that is usually when somebody is opening a door for you. Nobody is going to question your womanhood because a man opened a door for you. I will also say this about the eye contact. As one young lady said, my father taught me to have eye contact. Um, Contrary to popular belief, ladies, and I'm not talking to anybody in particular, as my big brother Roy would say, I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Every man that says good morning or hello to you isn't trying to take you home.
That's true.
They don't want to hit it. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I said good morning. That's why I said good morning. I wouldn't say good morning to you at 3:30 in the afternoon. I would say good afternoon. There are plenty of, as there are plenty of ladies out there are plenty of men out there. Years ago, I used to be a part of this group called Love Chronicles.
I remember that.
And I'm going to repeat something that I said. If it offends somebody, um, there are ladies out there who like to say that all men are dogs. Dogs, dogs,
Yeah. Yeah.
dogs sleep with bitches. So if there are a lot of dogs out there are a lot of bitches out there because the dogs can't sleep with the women. They're sleeping with bitches. So if there's gentlemen out there, they're the ones with the women. Now, that doesn't mean that you might be one of those bitches. But if all of us are that, we got to be getting what we're getting from somewhere. and it's damn sure not from the women. So let's be careful about saying there are not a lot of ladies out there and there are not a lot of men out there. Gentlemen, for the gentlemen, you just may not know a lot of ladies like that. And for the women, you may not know a lot of gentlemen. Doesn't mean that there aren't a lot out there. There are a lot of people that speak different dialects of African, but they're in Africa. You don't
Mhm.
see them because you're not in Africa. You're in the United States. If you don't surround yourself with certain people, you're not going to see certain things.
That's true. That is true. Wow.
But the next time you leave a grocery store and a man asks you, now I trust that you know when a man is trying to holler at you and when a man is genuinely trying to help you. Don't be so ready to take offense before you know why he's doing what he's doing.
Hmm.
Because that same man that opened that door for you, that's a gentleman, might be doing that just so he can look at your ass for free. I mean, if you got a nice ass, he can't gawk at it because you're going to say something. But if he holds that door open for you and lets you go in and watches you walk in the door, he just got a free look. No, he's not a dog. He's just a man admiring the view in front of him. Get it how you live.
So what about the men? So what about the men that and I mean ladies, y'all could chime in too. So what about the men that be in the inbox that be trying to say little stuff to you in your inbox and you know they got a girlfriend or a spouse?
Uh,
Now for me, the way I handle them is I say very nicely, I could easily screenshot this and send it to your wife. Do you want that to happen or not? So please do not send this to me again.
yeah, and that is very appropriate. Um, a, a, a wise, I don't know if he was wise, but a man said something many moons ago when talking about um, dating or trying to talk to a woman. Uh, when talking to a woman, a man, certain men will do things that they, they'll do what works. So for every woman like you who threatens that, and will do it, there are women who know that joker is married or has a girlfriend, and they'll say what I say all the time about certain things. Hell, she ain't my cousin. So, in as much as you get upset with the man for doing that, and you should, some of the women need to cross the line and tell your sisters, stop allowing that shit. Don't do that. Don't play that game. Because no woman has a sign on her head that says, I don't talk to married men. They may say that in front of their girls. They may say it at church. They might tell you that online.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them mean it. But some of them, just like a show, they wait for you backstage and the tune is different. They just don't want to say that in front of their girls because it's going to make them look bad. But for the men who are doing that, I would say, because they're going to do what they do, pick your poison.
Right. And then I know there was a time when um
Right? Some of them don't care.
I
They don't
I
care.
would I would never, like, if back in the day, now it's a little different now because I see some things that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, I like, if say if Rhonda dated you,
Mm-hmm.
I would never come behind Rhonda and go out with you and date you. We just didn't cross the line like that.
You're right.
We never did that. But that's a lot of the problems now where white people don't speak to each other because you have crossed that line. You have disrespected your sister, not necessarily your blood sister. Yeah,
No,
the
yeah, I get
woman
it.
code. Yes. And you've went and talked to her ex-husband or her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, or y'all supposed to be sisters. Y'all supposed to be cool. Nah, that ain't cool. That ain't cool. I'm sorry. That ain't cool.
Well, you're right. Um, but I know that like men feel a certain way about certain things, and um, she said I think people are too thirsty and desperate. Some of that is true. Some of that also is the same thing that they say about men when they say, um, "Why buy the cow when I can get the milk for free?" Chris Rock said many years ago. He said, "If a man brings his woman around his friends, when he leaves, that man will say, you know what? That woman was really cool. She likes sports. I can hang out with her. We can have fun, yada, yada, yada. I want a woman like that." He said, but a woman brings her man around her friends. And when she leaves, that same woman says, I got to have him. They don't want one just like him. They want him. There are certain things that a woman will say, like, I know I can do. Case in point, there's a song that all of y'all, I'm pretty sure on this group here, on this podcast, listening, have sung. Mary J. Blige, I can love you better than she can. She wasn't saying leave him. She wasn't saying leave her and come be with me. She was saying I can love you better than she can. I mean, there are trifling ass people all over this world in different genres. And again, women don't wear a sign that says, I don't do that. They'll say they don't, and some of them don't. But there are those that do. There are some men who don't set out to, there are some men who are really genuinely nice
Mm-hmm.
and they don't set out to do certain things. They get manipulated, just like a woman to get manipulated. So
Mm-hmm.
it's, I mean, it's, it's I don't like to group sexes, like the genders together, because it's all a case by case basis. You have some women out there who will love the hell out of their man and they'll love their man. You have some men who will love the hell out of their woman and love their women. There are some women who, like Mary J. said, I can love you better than she can. There are some men like Robert Kelly who said, don't bring her around me because I'm a flirt.
I'm up with
It-
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
mean, it goes all across the board. It just depends. But I will say this: there are a lot more messed up people out there in the world than they want to give themselves credit for. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's not just one side of men who are all messed up, and all these women are just waiting for relationships. Just like there's not a bunch of men that are all good and they're waiting on relationships, and women are all messed up. There's a lot of messed up people out there.
A lot of messed up people. And we got to stop, ladies and men. We got to stop trying to get these people and trying to fix them.
Yeah,
You
that
know what I mean?
that's
Because
another
I've
thing.
run into people who have issues. It's
Yeah,
issues. And they try to take their issue and make it look like you the problem when it's really them. That's the problem. They got some stuff they need to resolve
yeah,
inside.
yeah,
Like never get in a relationship with somebody who has not closed the door to a previous relationship. And I say that because I dated somebody and I thought this person was a really nice person a long time ago. I thought that was a really nice person and they ended up being a cuckoo bird. because they had not closed that door to that previous relationship that they was in. So they would accuse me of stuff that the other person used to do to them. But by the time I said, that's it. Nah, we cool. I'm not doing this no more. Then they want to say, well, nah, it's too late, bruh. Oh
Right.
no. Because I kept saying, hey, I ain't hurt. Where this coming from? I ain't hurt. When I'm in it, I'm in it. I ain't in it to play. So yeah. No. If you got a problem, I mean, everybody has a little baggage. Don't get me wrong. I got baggage. You got baggage. All of God's children got baggage. We all got baggage.
I was made in His image. I don't. But anyway.
and hurting people hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you connect with somebody that's hurting, let them heal. You can help them. You can put some little sponges, but don't try to put a band-aid over whatever is hurting them and try to act like it's okay. No, don't do that. That's a big mistake. Don't do it.
Yes.
And if you are in an abusive relationship, and I'm not talking about physical hitting. I'm not talking about
Yeah,
physical hitting.
that verbal and emotional.
That verbal stuff is horrible.
It is. It
Ask
is.
me, how do I know? Because I've been there. Verbal ain't nothing to play with, but because I don't have low self-esteem and because I was praying, I got through it. But that verbal abuse, that stuff is something else. That ain't nothing to play with.
And men, if you are being verbally abused, there is nothing wrong with saying anything. 'Tis better for you to look like a punk than to flash and beat her ass or kill her or do something stupid. Just it's not worth it. Just say something. Just leave or do whatever you need to do. Get help and it's funny because while you were talking about that, um, something popped in my mind. People go to the doctor and they get cancer screenings, and sometimes they pay attention to them, and sometimes they don't. But y'all will pay attention to a sign, and what I mean by that is, oh, he's a Virgo and I'm a Leo, or who gives a damn? That fucker is crazy.
Yep.
What if schizophrenia runs in their family? What if they're bipolar? What if they are, what if they
Depressed.
suffer from depression? Not
Mm-hmm.
because of anything you did, just
Mm-hmm.
they suffer from depression. They suffer from anxiety.
Yeah.
Um, those are things that you need to pay attention to. I don't give a damn what month they was born in. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Pay attention to that type of stuff. Um, and also, um, just because you don't use profanity towards somebody doesn't mean you are not verbally or emotionally abusive. Just because you don't raise your voice doesn't mean that you are not emotionally or verbally abusive. You are a stupid, ugly broad. That I didn't raise my voice. That is still emotional abuse. That's
Yes.
verbal abuse.
Yep. I was
You
told I was black and ugly. That's what I was
right,
told.
right,
And that nobody would want me. That's what I was told. I was
yeah.
black and ugly, and that nobody would want me. That's what I was told. But because my mother's name is Christine Maxey and my
Right,
daddy's name
right.
is Lucius Anderson, I didn't even pay it no mind. I actually laughed at them when they told
Mhm.
me that.
So so one of the biggest things, and it's not to just let it go in one ear and out the other. You must love yourself.
Yep.
You absolutely must love yourself with all your
Yep.
flaws. For the women, and I'm talking directly to women at this point because I want the men to love themselves too. But the stretch marks, the gray hair, the
The dark
wrinkles, the
circles.
dark circles, the pouch from having 47 kids and your stomach didn't go back, and the veins and the fat on the arms and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Love yourself.
Hey, Prima. Mm-hmm.
When you love yourself, it is harder for somebody to crack that wall. You might hear it. It might resonate from the standpoint that, damn, I thought you loved me, and here you are talking to me like this. But I love myself
Yep.
so much that I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to laugh in your face. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
remember what you said.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's it right there. Yep.
I'm gonna
You're
remember
right.
what you said, and I might be all right with you. I'm gonna feed you with a long handle spoon because I'm not gonna walk around hating you because that's energy that I don't have. But regardless of what you say, I love myself,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
and
And that's what got me through it because I loved myself. I didn't have low, I've never had low self-esteem. I've never had low self-esteem, but I was told you black. Um, I had been in a really bad car accident, so my back was all messed up. You
right,
got that old effed up back. You know all the stuff I told.
yeah,
You
yeah,
got it. You got that old effed up back. Ain't nobody gonna want you. You all black, and yeah, I was told all of that. So now, you know, when they said that to me, I was just like, oh, okay. And it pissed them off because I'm laughing while they're saying this. So then they said I was crazy because I was laughing. No, I was laughing because you was making yourself look stupid because you're the one who took the vow with me to have and to hold
yeah.
until death do us part. So, uh, here I am. Huh? So, yeah.
And men, if you love yourself, you won't talk to her like that
Mm-hmm.
because
See?
for as ugly and as fat and as dumb and as stupid, ignorant, no cooking tramp that she is, you married all of that.
Yep. Yep.
So it's almost like in football, for example, where the GM drafts that quarterback and that quarterback ends up being garbage. They may eventually cut that quarterback, but that general manager gets fired because you picked him. You saw the scouting report. You wanted him. You knew that that girl wasn't going to look. I don't give a damn if she was 36, 24, 36 when you met her. You knew 10 years later she wasn't going to look like that.
Right.
You up there trying to smash all the time, and now she got 4 kids. She damn sure wasn't going to look like that. All that ice cream you bought her, all that shit you did, okay, that's cool. But you own it. Own it.
Oh man.
I mean,
You're
you wanted to
right.
sit up there and watch murder mysteries with her, and now she don't look. Now she look like a Capri Sun, and you don't want her.
But nobody says, see, and yeah, guys be so quick. And I'm not down in men because women do the same thing. There's a young lady who comes on. I follow her on TikTok. I haven't been on TikTok in a minute, but she's a young lady. She takes care of her husband. Her husband was a nice looking man. He had an accident and he fell, and he's like in a like he's alert, but he can't do nothing for himself. When I tell you this girl, every time I watch her TikTok, I cry because he can't even talk. But she plays music for him, she
Mhm.
dances, and she bathes him, she does everything. She takes good care of him. His name is Tony, but I can't remember her name. But they're on TikTok, and I follow this story, and I'm like, this is real love. Like
Mhm.
real love to me doesn't. I don't see it like I used to see it. Like I saw how my mother took care of her late husband, my pops.
Yeah.
He wasn't my dad, but he was my pops. I saw how she took care of him. You know, you don't see that too often. What you see is either the older man will go get a younger lady because she may have some ailments now, or the younger lady will go, or the lady will go and get her.
Gotta get you a younger woman. That's why I like Mr. Lewis. That's why we got a lot in common. We like women that's the
I
same
knew
age.
you was. He could lose his teeth.
Yeah.
And then she like, I ain't gonna be with him. No, for better or for worse. When you marry somebody, for better or for worse, for richer, for poor. So I don't know. It just, even in trying to be in a relationship, I know I see the struggle of trying to be in relationships with people now, because people lie so much, whether it be male or female, lie so much. It is freaking sad. Rhonda,
But see, people always have lied though.
true. I mean, we
They
can roll it back to the Bible days. Let's
they
go. Let's go back to the Bible days.
people I often quote this. Chris Rock was asked years ago. He said in stand up, he said, "Who lies more, men or women?" The women were yelling the men. The men were yelling the women. He said, "Wrong." He said, "Y'all both lie." He said, "They lie differently. A man's lie is, I'm going to my boy's house. A woman's lie is, it's your baby." People people lie. They've always lied. What has happened is society now, we live in real time.
Mm-hmm.
There are also different I mean, society is different now. What about all the men who used to work for PG&E and their wives stayed at home? If your wife stayed at home, hell, I mean, she might have known, but she couldn't do anything about it. It's
Okay, Rhonda Jones.
you know
Oh, we get you.
I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna be real nice. you know. But I know, I mean, like you take Rhonda for instance. We know why she stay at work late. Um, wear my sunglasses so I can pose. I love you, cuz.
Yes. Love, and people just throw the word love out there. Deidre, you're right. People just throw that word love out there, not even just in relationships, just in, let's roll back to the funeral. At the funeral,
Yeah,
I love you and I'm gonna be there for you. Quit throwing that word out there. Love is an action word.
but
That's an action
it
word.
is. But you know the thing about when people say that loving somebody for real, they are loving you for real.
Their style of love.
I don't know. Okay, so I don't know if you remember the song. You remember the song "Back in One Piece" by DMX and Aaliyah?
No.
DMX said, "Baby, I am what I am. I'm gonna be who I be. Everything from chasing the cat to pissing on a tree. Let me see what I gotta see, do what I gotta do. Dog for life, but keep it true. Every once in a while, I break out the backyard to roam and get reckless, but I still know that home is home." He's loving her the way he knows how to do it.
Mm.
It may not be the best way. It may not be the right way. We also have to pay attention. We have to listen. Like you talked about trying to fix. She know DMX.
She
We
said,
also
I don't know the music. If it ain't gospel, if it ain't DeBarge, if it ain't Anita Baker, New Edition,
DeBarge.
DeBarge. See,
She,
even Rhonda, look, look how they busted me out, man.
she show him a picture of him. She know who he is because he looked like he from San Francisco.
Oh, oh, oh man, oh man.
He
DMX
sure
spoke
did.
Bible.
Well, she may not know. She used to. I don't want to start no rumors or nothing.
She said, "Hi, I don't know DMX because I was
Exactly.
listening to John P. Key."
Mm-hmm. She was listening to John P. Key while she was. Hmm.
I was listening to John P. Key and Hezekiah Walker. You know,
Yeah.
my music collection
Uh-huh.
is all like 90% gospel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
While
I mean, I
she
got
was.
some other music too, but it's not no DMX.
I don't want to. I
Okay,
don't want
I'm
to.
a real Anita Baker fan.
I don't want to
Okay,
start no rumors, but she was listening to Hezekiah Walker and John P. Key while driving down DeViz with your man. I ain't gonna say his name. I'll just say he used to sing. He used to rap Players Club. You know.
look at my daughter
You know.
busting me out.
Hey, Bree, you didn't know your mama used to date rapping Forte, huh?
You know what? You said
Me and my homies, we tied it in a glove.
you are a
Chopping all the
lie.
ladies like
You
we
a
do it at
lie,
the
and the
Players
truth
Club.
ain't in you. My mama said you a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
She know who Forte is. I bet you she know RBL Posse.
I got that cassette tape under my bed. Boop.
Yeah.
You
But
are funny.
but I Rhonda know him too.
Treat others how you want to be treated. That's just straight up.
But you know what? I don't know if people
Moral
know
of the story.
I don't know if people know how they want to be treated. I don't know if people I don't know if people know how they really want to be treated. So
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. I don't know. I know a lot of people want to be loved, and they want to be loved so badly that they are willing um, to take whatever it is they have to take. But she hasn't listened to RBL Posse.
Even if she it probably still got the plastic on it.
3, 2, 1, coming in with the bass.
I do have a nice collection though of old stuff, but that wasn't my
Dana
preference
Dane.
learning. Oh, yep, I see Dana Dane. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if people really. One thing I will say about love, people want it, but they are not always willing to work for it.
Loving you is wrong.
They want it.
Right.
They want it, but they don't want to work for it. And we live in an era now where it's hard to work for stuff. People would just rather go get it.
Fresh. I know the Fat Boys, the Human Beatbox. I know who that is.
I know the Fat Boys.
Don't be trying to test me on here now. Don't have me go over here and get my collection.
One of them died. We went to his funeral.
You know what? Stop.
I didn't say no names. Stop. I just said we went to his funeral.
Stop. It's not nice. They family might be on here.
All you saw was his hands in his stomach from across the street. He laying in the casket looking 12 and a half months pregnant. All you see is that big black hand.
Rhonda, can you get him? You're closer to him than I am. Get him right now. And
had a robe on and looking like a tablecloth. Had black tablecloth on it with his hand up there. He looking 12 and a half months pregnant.
Wait. Pastor, you are right. Pastor?
No, that's Junior. That's not me. Wow, Pastor.
Ow.
Reverend. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Oh my God, Rhonda, get him, please.
That's terrible.
Get him. Go turn his. Where my godson at? Tell him to turn it off.
Is he from down the street?
Yes.
No comment.
Yes.
No comment.
Yes. That's who he talking about. I got a picture in my phone. Y'all funny. I can't stand y'all.
I didn't. My fat fingers messing up.
See, Perk, no. I play
Pastor
too much.
Reverend, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. I was just talking about the fat boys.
Y'all stop.
Hey, you know they took his casket out on a flatbed.
Shut up. Change the subject.
She said, "You got a first class ticket to the hot place." You're right. Some of our parents were not knowing how to love. They didn't know how to love. I mean, they did what they did. They couldn't lay to the side. Wow.
Oh man, y'all get on my nerve.
Wow.
Anything else you have, Mr. Lewis?
No, but I do miss that side of the mountain.
Well, listen, it's been great, y'all. We haven't been on here in a while. We didn't have no specific topic, but next time we come on, we do want to bring on some special guests next time.
I heard if they had cremated him, they would have had to do it in a whole garage.
You know what?
They would have heated the garage.
Listen. Sometimes we need to learn how to break the cycle. Mm-hmm. Y'all keep throwing these artists out to me. Now, listen, let me tell y'all something.
She's a heathen.
I grew up.
You know every last one of them.
Listen, I grew up in a house where there were certain things we couldn't do. Okay. So when I was finally old enough to go out and buy my music, I got my little cassettes.
12.
But I really wasn't interested in that. I was busy playing my little sports. And I was busy listening to the little gospel music that I liked. Now, when I started like listening to the music, I like people like Keith Sweat, you know, what's my man? Fine 100 Ways.
Find 100 ways.
Yeah, you know, I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I like the Isley Brothers, you know, stuff like that. You know, yeah, there was music in high school. You know, I listened to some of that stuff, you know, but I was, James Ingram. There you go. You know, Freddie Jackson and, you know, those type of people. I like stuff like that, but I'm a huge Anita Baker fan.
Freddie liked the same thing you like.
I'm a huge Anita Baker fan. New Edition, DeBarge, stuff like that. I love music like that all day long.
Why you like that transparent?
Right now, I like jazz. Okay. If you get in my car, you're either going to listen to jazz or gospel. Take your pick. And then if I switch over to the radio, we good. But that's just me. That's what I like.
And I know your favorite gospel song.
What's my favorite gospel song?
Lord, do it. Do it for me. Please, sir. Right now.
And what's your favorite song?
Gospel song?
Yeah. You stood on the banks of Jordan.
I stood on the banks of the Jordan and watched mother go home. Glory to God.
But yeah, so it's been great, you guys. We hadn't been on here in a while. We just had to come on and show our faces. We both been busy. Mr. Lewis had been in and out of town early on. Then I was sick and busy, and you know, he's the funeral man, so everybody was dying, so he had to always be working, and you know, he's a commentator at the school, so you know, he just been all over the place. So I said, listen, we need to come on. We need to come on.
I'm a work hoe.
Huh?
I said, I'm a work hoe.
You a work hoe. He a work hoe. Work hoe. So it was good to be on here tonight. We don't want to keep Mr. Lewis up because, you know, he'll be asleep in just a minute. So thank y'all for coming. Deidre, I'm going to go and follow you on Facebook. You are my papa sister, so I'm going to go follow you on Facebook. And I hope that we could all remember to continue to support one another. And remember, y'all, this Saturday evening at 5 o'clock, if you ain't doing nothing, come on by and say hello. I am like super excited and nervous all at the same time because this is the first time that anybody's done anything like this for me. And I'm just like so shy and nervous. I hope I don't pass out.
What about when you got out of jail? We got a welcome home party for you.
Now, you know, I ain't never been to jail. Never. Ever.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Rhonda. My bad. Yeah. That's from the pastor, Miss Rhonda.
The video is going to be live streamed. It's going to be live streamed on the church's page, and I'll share it onto this Facebook page too. So if you can't make it, you can watch it over there. She said it's their refreshments. Ask Minister Alexis Carr. I have nothing to do with that. Nothing.
And y'all remember to love yourself.
Yes, remember to love yourself. Very important. Love yourself before you go out there trying to love somebody else. Okay?
See?
Love yourself first.
I love me. Ask me how much I love me. Ask me how much I love me.
How much you love you.
Bam.
Oh God.
Yes,
He got an I love Rasan shirt on, y'all.
Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man. Rasan Patterson. You know, us Roz got to stick together. I can wear this shirt because, you know, that's my name. So,
and guess what? I am blessed. There you go.
Lord, do it for me. Please, sir.
So you guys have a nice night. You guys have a wonderful. Well, he's showing off his shirt. I want to show off mine.
Y'all have a wonderful evening, and know somewhere that God loves you. Yes. We all love you.
Yes, you guys have a good night. Y'all love on each other, support one another.
And Eddie Long and James Cleveland have a daycare in heaven. Holla, y'all.